All right, Nancy. Let us on the record. All right. I don't see any changes to the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously. So, first item on our agenda is Board of Commissioners invoices, Commissioners report, and credit applications. I only had one question. Blue Cross, I don't have any questions on that. On the fair,
The fair.
page 28 here.
Oh, Ernie's getting crazy.
Well, we reimbursed Jamie for mileage. Why?
Because she brought money up here.
Okay. Okay, I'll accept that. She-
And I can go pull and make sure that that's,
Is that both ways? If she's just bringing money here, it should be from there to here.
well, her place of. Let me go pull, let me go back.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know I do.
We
I
don't
do.
pay employees for travel.
Well, but.
Her
Say I
her
have,
position of employment is
Is
down there.
right. But in theory, if she brought money in, say at 10 o'clock in the morning, so she ran down there, got the money,
Okay.
brought it up, and then
But
took
why
it
didn't you
back.
use one of the county vehicles? There's
She
a
was
truck
told
down
she
there.
couldn't have a county.
Well, there's a truck down there that she can use. It's not even.
It's a revival.
Yeah, it's a 2000. It's Dan Kendall's brown
I don't know if
Dodge.
that's what she did. My guess is she just took it home every night, except because on Friday and Saturday I took it home. But
Well, I was just.
I,
let
Yeah.
me go get it so that we aren't
yeah, I'm just,
speculating.
yeah, I'm
so
just
that we're
saying,
talking actual.
okay, and if it's, because she was transporting money, then there's
Okay.
there's a reason.
Yeah.
But if she was just going to the fair, her
Right.
place of employment
She then no.
and driving home,
Right.
we don't pay for that.
But my guess is the money thing, but let me go grab it so that we can see what she wrote on there, because I didn't physically look at it.
Okay,
I'll
thank
go
you.
No, thank you. You got some other stuff to sign?
Invoices.
Hold on.
We gotta have a discussion on salary rate approved forms.
Okay.
And then there's the restricted spending request.
Did you get the donut?
Yeah.
No. We'll get to it in a second. Are you needed?
Could I just bring something up real quick on one of those SRAs? We ought to see that.
We're getting ready to go. Salary rate approved.
Yeah,
form.
they're right here.
He's got
They,
an
some of
issue.
them aren't filled in and some of them have
There's one
notes on them.
There's one with the note that I wanted to talk
Okay.
about,
Okay.
but I have an employee relations issue.
There's an
Yeah,
emergency.
urgent, So, I don't think so yet. So, I don't even know what it's about.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
so I've got to be in two places.
So, can we have him talk on that note right quick?
Yeah, what's your concerns on?
So there's one that was a promotion at the sheriff's office, and he's requesting an amount that seems 11% increase, which is higher than I've seen since I've been there. And I've talked to him about it, I wanted to talk to you about it, and then on Tuesday, maybe he would want to come personally.
Okay,
So, I just, before you sign, I just wanted to have it in front of you so you were aware.
Do you wanna reach out to Tony on that one?
well,
That might be the best.
I wasn't signing it today anyway, because the back page isn't filled in at all
Right,
Okay.
on the salary rate approval form, so.
right. So we're just-
But all of them had notes on it.
We just need to talk about that one, and do we need to go?
No,
or-
we can take a minute, we'll be all right.
Okay,
I've got it settled for the moment.
Okay, Christie's here, so
Sweet.
let's talk. Let's go ahead and
Like
talk
5
about
people.
salary rate approval
Yeah, there's
forms
a lot
per
going
minute
on this morning.
before these two have to leave. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Okay.
This is,
We'll just create a
it's
new,
pretty short.
we'll do salary approval forms, that's good.
Okay. This one,
so my recommendation on that, don't sign it now, of course, but, we do need to maybe get Tony in the room on Tuesday to have him justify why he thinks that amount is appropriate. Cause and Christie and I have talked about it, and we both are thinking it's unusual.
The justification that I heard on it was, the same thing that they do with like their corporals. They don't want their supervisor or lead making less than any of the employees that work under them. I don't know that I agree with that necessarily, because she will eventually make more if we put the steps back in process.
I think it's fine, we
But
just
it's
need to
your
have the
guys'
sheriff,
call.
I think we just need to have the sheriff come out and conversation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a reasonable justification, fine, okay, but I would like to have the sheriff come in and explain that,
Yeah.
of why we're doing it. And if that's why we're doing it,
Yeah.
and there's something along that lines, I
And
get
odds are
that.
that's what he's gonna
But-
tell you is, we don't want everybody else, anybody else making more than the lead.
And that would be.
I wish I made more than the sergeant major, but,
But
you
I
know,
need to
but I outrank him, he works for me
We
technically.
need to see
Right.
if
It's just the
anybody
way it
else,
goes.
if
Yeah.
you have
It
that
goes, man.
situation
I
anywhere
mean,
else.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that would be
I'll tell you a
an
funny
odd
story about
precedent
that one
to
just in a
set.
minute.
You know, I wouldn't want to set that as a precedent for everybody.
well,
Yeah.
that's a discussion we need to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that make more money
Their boss.
than other people.
Yeah.
Christie makes more than me,
Well, I'm not,
and rightly so.
Do you realize the commissioners are like one of the lowest paid employees out of the hierarchy, is the way it goes? I mean, so it's one of those things, it's
Well, and in some
just pay
cases,
is
you're
not
gonna
a,
have, you're gonna have line employees make more than
yes, you
this
will.
because of requirements of the
Yeah.
job.
And that's okay, but
But
it's,
this one is only, what does the lead truly do? The lead is just the person that balances every month, so unless they're gone, then one of the line can do it. So it's just,
it's a
Yeah.
discussion we need
Yeah.
to
It's a
have.
discussion we
Bring 'em in.
need to have, yep.
So,
And I had talked to Tony, he'd like to come in on Tuesday and have that discussion.
that's
okay,
fine.
that's good.
So, okay.
Then the other one for out there is taking the place of this person.
yeah, so
So-
in theory, you shouldn't sign one without the other.
There's not a vacancy until we sign the one.
Exactly. But I can't imagine that it's gonna be a make or break. But it could be, so I would hold off on that one. It's not till the effective
Yeah,
till
let's
the
just hold
11th,
it
so
then.
we've got
Okay.
next week. And then they could both be signed
So
on Tuesday if it's.
we'll have the sheriff here on
noticed.
Tuesday and talk about both of them. Okay. I have no problem with that. Like I said, the one, nobody else would sign it either. There's no way I'm signing it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so then we have the other two, one in the jail. It looks like everybody signed, and then you made a higher off, so.
Yep.
No concerns with them. Everybody signed. Okay.
There. They should come with us yesterday, we freaked them out. Me and Ernie sitting there with the only elected officials in the room, and man, Bart Davis and the coach, they had no idea what to do with us. They're like, we got two elected.
That's awesome.
They stopped the committee to find out, you know, what do we need to, oh no, we'll catch you later, we're watching.
It was pretty interesting, though,
Mhm.
the way they started. If you're on that panel, you cannot run for public office in the next 5 years.
Well,
Yeah, that's it.
It takes them out of any running.
can nominate a couple people to be on it.
Already one step ahead of you. Right up there. All right, there's Shelby's done. Well, no, and when they start doing,
names out there.
when they start drawing lines and going through stuff, I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff that way. The good thing is when we cleaned up our precincts a while ago, it's actually gonna make it much easier for us to be dealt with, because they have other like, we had precincts that were like splitting houses in half, and we fixed that. And that now is,
We should be easy.
yeah, we should be like,
Honestly, we should be easy all the way around.
yeah. The big question is what they're gonna do at 28. That's gonna be the big, but they will be down here, and when they're down there, we all need to go give them the Pocatello stink eye.
And there were two guys that were previously on committees for the commission, and commissioners, talk to the clerks, get some input.
If they're elections people, and talk to them, find out how they're lined.
All right.
Like this is 2 months worth of activity. But I think we need to get clarification with how this is gonna be done. We've got examples of picking up books, just local runaround stuff, which if you think about it, if I were to use my personal vehicle to run Hall's Trophy or whatever else, then I would be eligible for reimbursement. So most of these are probably okay. Some of them is just shuttling papers to like Piney. None of it's to run back, there's this one. On 8/5 was the only day that she claimed, nope, there was that day, that day, that day. So there were 3 days that she claimed to go to the fair, and then one for a fair board meeting. So I don't know if we just need to clarify, because this one does say deposit, and then down to the fair.
I'd like to
We can hold the check.
have them, I think we need to talk about that.
Okay, do you want to hold the check or pay it and then clarify?
Let's pay it,
Okay.
and then we'll clarify it.
Okay, I'll make a photocopy of this, so that when we, talk with them, we can reference it. Will that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a unique situation.
It is, so I'm not sure how to handle it unless we had maybe a vehicle parked here. And if she's gonna turn in reimbursements to run to Litho and get stuff, well, by the time she comes here to pick up the cart to go to Litho that's right here.
Then we're gonna make her do it.
Yeah. Now some of this other running around that's 14 miles, 12 miles, it's not a lot, but it's gonna add up. So we could have a vehicle here.
Oh, there is.
So, yeah, so she could grab one of those, but then we need to discuss the running to Downey for the fair and bringing money. For a fair board meeting.
Fair board meeting is,
Shouldn't be eligible.
that's her job.
But this is the only one she's claimed. She hasn't claimed prior ones to my knowledge. Let me double check that
Yeah.
though.
Well, it's time to start checking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do weren't we gonna do a follow-up meeting with the fair board after budget got passed?
Yes, in fact,
So this could be part of it.
Jeff went down to the fair board meeting
Last week.
and we want to bring him in and have a conversation of what's
There's
going on.
some of those things have been brought up that
Just
we need to,
include this.
yes.
Jamie did find a handful of things, that she thinks can be changed in how they do operations down there. So all of the discussions on monies and why do you do this, why do you do that, she actually had a couple moments. So I think she's got some ideas to make some changes that you will appreciate.
Well,
But she hadn't presented those to the board yet.
yeah,
So,
well, it just depends how our discussion goes.
Do we know when we want to bring the fair board in?
Uh,
Have we had any contact with them about that?
Jeff talked to him, and like I said, I'm not sure if he arranged anything or what. So we'll talk to Jeff.
this guy needs to send it to you.
Yeah, great.
Maybe we'll make them fair board employees. They'll be fully responsible for all actions with them. They don't wanna do that either. But that would put them responsible for all this stuff. They wouldn't be
Would
county
they-
employees anymore.
If we put the fair board as their own entity,
Which they claim they are. Sheldon keeps quoting,
oh, so we're back to that.
Yeah.
yeah, Sheldon kept quoting down there
So
with Jeff,
if we do that.
Supreme Court ruling such and such.
I'm about ready to say fine then, and we're
Well,
gonna
if
follow
we do that,
their
then we would
budgeting.
just give them,
They'll get
They'd
$100,000
get a
a
check.
year, and that's it.
They'd get a check.
okay,
That's it.
and then they'd have to do an audit,
They'd
they'd
have
have
to
to
do
do
it.
payroll, they'd have to do all that.
Actually,
As long
I
as the
think-
county's not responsible for
I-
anything other than the money we give
I
them,
really
we
think
rock.
what we do,
I'm not,
Like giving money to a senior
no,
citizen.
I actually think what we
Yeah.
do is we should put it on the ballot in November of
Yeah.
where should the fair be held and how much do you want to spend for it, and we'll let the people vote. And very quickly, they will understand the North is getting real sick and tired of paying for private parties.
Okay, okay,
all right,
address
thank
that
you,
in the near future.
thank you.
Terrell having a moment there. Sorry.
So, a motion,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the Board of Commissioners invoices, reports, credit applications, salary rate approval forms, and restrictive spending requests as presented.
we have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously. With that being said, we'll be at recess till
Here you go,
1:30.
this is their office.